We're all here because you're here. Yeah. Yeah, she's not even speaking today, so yeah, we just said she'd be here. All right, here's another one. What about Let's Ride? What celebrity has that as a tagline? Let's Ride, yes? No, he was all right. Russell Wilson, that's not who I'm thinking of. I'm not saying that it's not, but he does it in like several movies. No. Think Gone in 60 Seconds. Nicolas Cage also on, I think, Ghost Rider. He says the same line. Yep. Let's ride. Okay. Welcome to team meeting. Let's hear one or two things, positive things. Hopefully don't say any. Oh, look at that. Usually I'm like, we have nothing positive to say, guys.
Tyler, every freaking week I'm going to have something positive, but I won't
Yes.
always share it unless no one does. Okay. This was super cool. At Mega Camp, I was at dinner with Jen, Anna, and Nicole, and Jen was on Facebook looking at the KWSV Facebook page and says, oh, look, someone in our office has like a listing coming up that's for a flipper or an investor. And she reads about it. And I was like, I got 2 investors. So that night I send a copy of what was on Facebook from Steve Judkins to my investor. And he's like, let's write an offer. And we closed today.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jen. I owe Jen.
Yep. Great plug for our internal Facebook group. Yep. So if you guys need anything, or you need a request, or need something from another agent, or you want to celebrate something, then again, that's a good resource to go to. Who else? One more. Oh, that was close. Okay, we got 2 more. We'll come back to you.
Sorry, you guys probably are. If you read the Facebook page, you'll know I got my first $1 million listing.
Yes. $1 million listing.
I had a closing this last week.
Yes. Celebration. Excellent. Yes. All right, Lori. Yeah, it's for our Zoomers. We love them too.
I got a listing because of the amazing website that Sawyer created for me.
All right. And we'll hear a little bit more about that today, right? Totally. Okay, good. All right, yep. Okay, we've got a few. All right, here. Clicker doesn't work until I click on it. Okay, Incline Property Management. Excellent. I was looking around for you.
I know.
Okay, excellent.
Hi guys, I'm Samantha Wallace. I am the owner of Incline Property Management. So I am a broker down in the Westfield office. So we are a resource for you guys to work with your investor clients, and we handle their property management needs. The market shifted across the board. I think everybody is feeling the effects. It surprises a lot of people that we are actually dealing with an increase in inventory on the rental side of things, which is lowering rental rates and also increasing vacancy times. So if you're talking to investor clients, just be aware that it is different than what people have expected. So, but I'm always here to answer any questions about leases, property management in general. We don't compete with you guys as far as your clients. They are your clients for life. If they ever talk to us and tell us that they are thinking about selling or purchasing another property, we will immediately refer them back to you. But yeah, I'm happy to do consultations with your clients or do rent market analysis for anyone that you're talking to. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and I've got some information out on the table.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Samantha. And we have Steve. Do you want to come up here? What? Okay. So hold off. That's what. All right, Richin. Who knows Richin? He's coming back to KW. I know. Oh, I know. I was gonna give you that. No, I just like to tease him because we love him.
I appreciate it. My favorite people are in this room. It's been a minute since I've been in this room. Thanks Tyler for letting me come in. I told
Yep.
Tyler to take 3 minutes and I'll try and keep to that. So I talk really fast anyway. I was fortunate enough to be nominated for the board of directors with Salt Lake Realtors. If you've seen the link on the top of the MLS and you haven't voted yet, you have about 45 minutes left to do that. And while I would love your support and your vote, more than that, I would love for your voice to be heard, whoever you decide to vote for. I'm running, I did my due diligence to make sure I knew what I was getting into, but here's the deal. I'm 41 years old. I got a long way to go before I hang it up in real estate. And there's some opportunities I see in the real estate industry and also some threats that I love the opportunity. I don't like the threats, but it's the same issue. It's that we don't articulate what we do very well. And we don't demonstrate it very well to consumers. So we face legislation being legislated away. We face technology trying to replace us. And we have the opportunity to increase our level of professionalism, increase our expertise, our education, the experience we give to our clients so that they actually see value in what we do. And so I don't know how much change I can actually affect as a member of the board of directors, but I'm at least wanting to get in the game and play and see what I can contribute here and there. Because I said, I got a long way to go. My son's on an LDS mission right now. He's been there in Texas for 2 weeks. He wants to come and get his real estate license. I want to be able to help create an industry and an environment where he can also thrive in that environment as well. So, we appreciate your vote. I love this. Real estate changed my life. I love this office. There's so much energy here. And all the people want to make me like get misty. It's been a minute or two. So I grew up here. So thank you, Tyler, for letting me
Yes.
have it. Again, you got till 11:55. Voting closes. Go to utahrealestate.com, log in. It's the banner at the top. And there's 7 other very qualified individuals running as well. I know them all. They're all great people. I feel like I'm just as qualified to be there on the ballot with them. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Yep.
With that, Richin Jones.
There we go. It Oh man, Zoomers, I'm sorry. I've been muted this whole time. Okay. Next things we've got a referral contest. And also I'm going to ask Steph to come up here real quick. If you don't know Steph, we didn't announce her, but she is the new director of growth and assistant team leader. So yes.
I am super excited to start off my time with you guys with a great referral contest, which is going to be a little bit different than the previous ones because everybody is a winner.
So if you have one referral, you get a gift card automatically. So in fact, I brought one. If anybody gives me a referral today, they can take it home. So I'm also going to pass around my business card so that over the next month this is happening. You can have my contact information and the flyer. It outlines that the ways to win. So one referral is a lunch gift card, 10 to 15 bucks to various restaurants. And 5 or more will enter you into an exclusive lunch with me and Tyler because we're really cool.
Because we're really cool.
And each time you send a referral over, you're entered in for the grand prize of $1,000 and warm introduction, 3 entries. Agent meets with us, 5 entries. And if they join KW, 10 entries. So this is going to go on all through September. So you're going to be hearing from me because I'll probably call you to remind you and ask you to send me a referral.
And a side benefit of all this is we want to help your profit share. So if you have a goal around that or questions, then let's talk and go through all that. But it's a great way to show that you love KW and You don't have to do recruiting, so it's not a scary thing. If you send the referral over, that's it. That's the extent. If you want to be more involved beyond that, then you can be. But if you're just like, hey, I don't want to be a recruiter, you're not. You don't have to be. But if you have a suggestion, then we would love to hear from them, and we'll take it from there. Awesome. Thank you, Steph. Okay, we've got on Thursday, we have new paid ads experience. This is here at, says Thursday the 24th. Oh, what did I mess up? Oh, I was reading up here. This one. Okay, so Wednesday, tomorrow, from 2 to 3. Yep, correcto?
Yes. I'm teaching it today in Salt Lake, so I'll work out all the kinks with them.
Excellent. Okay, career visioning light. So this is, if you're looking to hire anyone, this is the abbreviated light version of the career visioning process. If you're hiring anyone, yes, for all of those who have come and talked to me in my office, we have basically said, yes, you need to hire. This is the light version of that. So plan on this. You should have already received a way that you can register for it. If you need that, then reach out to me and let me know and I can resend it. But it is this Thursday at 10 a.m. at the Salt Lake office. And if you didn't know, Salt Lake office, they moved their office. So don't go absent-mindedly to the old office. There's a new address, new office, okay? Orientation, this is August 31st. This is this Thursday. Labor Day, our office will be closed. You guys can do as much work as you want, but we in the office staff will be doing whatever we're going to do. Not from the office, work from home. Productivity coaching boot camp. If you were part of this in the past, the goal was to get one more deal per month to whatever business you're currently doing. And looking at all the numbers, we did that in our last boot camp. It's an average number. So that is the goal for this boot camp. So we're going to do the kickoff in 2 weeks on September 12th. Okay, so if you're looking to add more business to whatever you're currently doing, then come to this. Core 3 hours CE, how to pass a home inspection. That is next Tuesday at 11 o'clock. Book club. This is the Millionaire Real Estate Agent. Read it. Let's discuss and talk about the great ways to apply it. So thank you for those who have said that they want this and will be a part of it. Raise your hand if you're interested. Yes, excellent. The intro meeting is going to be on the 5th at 12:30. So right after this meeting usually is the plan. Client appreciation Kuahara event. This is the pumpkin patch that we put on. We organize for the office so that you can invite all your clients to. This is September 21st from 5 to 9 p.m. 5:30, corrected by our ALC events chair, Lisa. It is at 5:30. Anything else that we need to talk about? So look for an email today with action items. Yeah, okay. And yes, all right, coming back to Steve real quick, right? Okay. All right, we got our very own Steve, the man, and I'll give you a few minutes here.
Hi, I'm Steve Tobias with KW Commercial, and I wanted to just share with you briefly a couple of good things that can help pay for your cap this year, and that is commercial referrals. Within your sphere of influence, if you made a list and looked through who are the business owners or who are managers that work for a company, if those companies are looking to relocate or expand, those are opportunities that you can partner with me, and I handle all of the commercial side of that. And so one thing I wanted to mention as well is in your prospecting, if you add one more sentence, you'll probably add 3 to 5 commercial deals a year. And that sentence would be when you're prospecting and you're just about all done, you can ask one more question and say, by the way, do you happen to have any properties that are commercial or that are business related that you would either like to purchase or sell? And that little question right there can bring you a lot of commercial opportunities. And so I'd be happy to meet with you, go through your sphere of influence. We can identify who might be potential commercial deals for you. KW Commercial right now has 2,600 agents nationwide. We did $26 billion worth of commercial. That puts us in like the top 5 brokerages that do commercial in the United States. And so it's a force to be reckoned with. It's exciting to be a part of. And I wanted to invite Brian Hurd up. Brian and I closed a transaction last Thursday. And so share with us a little bit about Hal and Mark.
Yeah, so I've been working with the same CPA for like 12, 15 years. And he said to me, he said, you know, my brother's getting ready to serve a mission and I just don't want to deal with the building anymore. And he said, we're thinking of selling it. And so, you know, I went over there and looked at it, acting like I knew what was going on. And, you know, he was asking me questions and I was like, I do not know the answers to these questions. Not like I was planning to take it anyway. I was just kind of like, let's go see the building, right? And I walked out of there and I was like, I do not want to deal with this. So I just called up Steve. What I really liked about Steve is he's seasoned. And these people, a lot of people that own commercial real estate, they're older, right? And they can tell really quickly, like when someone knows what's going on.
But I'm
and when
really
they,
old.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But like they can tell, like these people, I knew that was really important to him. And Steve sat down with him and he could relate to him and he talked to him. He's done this before and he's worked with people like that. And it was like, as soon as that was over, I didn't really think much about it. And then I just check in with Steve every once in a while. There was one time the deal fell apart and then he had to put it back together, but he got a new person in there and everything worked out. And out of the blue, he calls me and he said, hey, I've got a check for you. This is closing. And I was like, great day. Referrals is mailbox money in real estate. So these are the great days, and commercial deals are a lot bigger. So they're really good referral fees. And this is the truth, right? I always like to say you can make 100% of zero, right? Which happens a lot, or you can just hand it to somebody that really is going to do it. And you can make 25% for a phone call and an introduction and hanging out for a couple hours. My time in this transaction, I think I'm like $10,000 an hour. So it's a really good exchange of time. So because I think that the tendency with real estate agents is to think, oh, well, this is commercial, I can do it. I'm going to call up my friend and they're going to help me through it and this and that. And you might be able to do that. But I would just tell you, I think commercial is a lot more complex. And the second the other agent knows that you're not knowing what you're doing, I think you can get rolled really fast. And I think you can put your client in a really bad position and you don't even know it. Right. So that's my 2 cents. So there you go.
Congratulations, Brian.
We should do every referral fee within the office like that. Seem like a under the table check exchange. All right. We want to welcome up our very own Emily Lowry. She's the operating principal. She's done real estate for she's an operating manager. She doesn't even know what that is. Just kidding. She is the general manager of multiple offices, which basically means that she helps take care of everything in the offices and is involved and has a wealth of knowledge around real estate in itself with her own real estate and has been consulting agents for years. So it's an honor to have Emily here with us.
Thanks. Nice. It's good to see you guys. It's been a minute. I hate that. I feel like I'm kind of all around. So This is my home though, you guys. This office, you guys. This is my home. We've got a lot of really cool things going on, but I want to kind of before we start talking about the Home Hub stuff that is being launched and the new tools that we have through agency, I wanted to kind of just do a little bit of a reset with you and just kind of let's have an open chat where we're at. So where are you? Where's your head at? How are we doing? So we're almost September. Did you know that we're almost September? Okay. So we're almost September. This is right now is where we're ramping up for the way the rest of the year is going to go and then how we're going to roll into next year. So where are you at? How are we doing? Let's talk about it. Safe space.
And we'll need to use the mic for Zoom.
I feel like this is a mic. Oh, got you. Okay. I'm confused about mic because I definitely hear something.
I am one that has a tendency to be affected, I guess is the right word, by negative news. And so I start feeling like, oh no, the market's just gonna die. But I haven't seen that in my business. I feel like I'm having a better this year than last year. I hope it continues. But so I think overall it's going great.
That is interesting because that tends to be the case a lot of times when you actually look into the thing that is the big scary, when you actually look deep into it, it's the effect isn't necessarily what it's being projected to be, right?
Yeah, I think headlines are driven to scare us and everybody.
Well, and it's
because it gets eyeballs.
Pet peeves in our industry. I think sometimes because we're selling ourselves, the product is us, right? In how we can help our clients. And so I think there's a natural tendency to sensationalize things to try to get attention. So it's been amazing to be off social media for 2 years. Now I'm like September 5th, I think is my 2 years, 0 social media. And it's great in the sense of not being wrapped up into that stuff. I also feel like I don't know when anybody's birthday is. So happy birthday for the last 2 years and the foreseeable future. But it used to drive me insane, the things that our people were saying about stuff to try and where we really control the story because we are the experts, right? Great. What else? Where else are you?
So I went to Mega Camp my first time. It was really fun. But also I was really impressed with all of the speakers. But the part that really stands out to me that's related to this is when Gary Keller was speaking about the market. I mean, who's been in the market longer? I don't know how old he really is. You guys probably
Well, KW is 40 years old.
So yeah, so he has seen everything. And I really liked how he was like, listen, these are the facts. This is where the economy is. This is where we think it's going to go. And he had his panelists up there, his economists. And I really felt like just having the facts in your toolbox is so helpful. It doesn't matter what he's saying up there. The fact is that I know what is happening. I know where we are right now. I know it's projected for where we're headed, and just delivering that information to your clients or just to your SOI or people that you know really sets you apart from other agents who aren't doing that. And everybody around you is looking to you to tell them what real estate's doing. And if you don't have that information, they're going to go find it somewhere else. So I felt like at Mega Camp, they're arming us with all the information that we need, as well as all the tools to serve everybody the best that we can. And if we actually utilize that and get the message out, you're going to capture all of like the low hanging fruit of people who don't know who else to talk to, don't know if their agent knows, people who haven't talked to their agent in 5, 10, 15 years or whatever. There's plenty of business out there, and Keller Williams is really arming us with what we need to go and capture it.
So what's one of the facts that so we're talking about like the challenge, right? Which both of you brought up the challenge of like the fear, the news, the unknown maybe. And the awareness from what I heard from you is your personal experience. My personal experience is my year's better this year than last year.
Okay. Yours is we've got facts out there.
Mhm.
So what's one of the facts from Mega Camp that you learned that is something that is helpful for you in articulating to your clients?
Well, they weren't mincing words about what the economy is doing and where rates are. That there's no secret to what's
Facts.
happening, right? But the economists were saying, based on all of the different markets that we watched, and with the fact that there's an upcoming election year and all the things that we've seen for decades, we think the rates are stabilizing and that they will be coming down. And if you can listen, we have so many buyers that want to find a home right now because they during the rush, they didn't get the home that they wanted, or for the last year, they've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to come down. But there are people just chomping at the bit to go and finally get a bigger home or move closer to work or whatever reason. All we need to do is ensure them that, first of all, I was in the mortgage business 23 years ago. I am that old. And this is exactly where rates were then. And no one was freaking out, right? So we're comparing ourselves to 18 months ago. That's stupid. But overall, the rates are not terrible. They're not as good as they were 18 months ago, but they're still in a place where many people have purchased homes. I myself purchased my first home at 6 point something, right? So if we are able to convey that message to our clients and then say all of these other factors out here say that rates are going to come down, what you don't want to do is wait on the sidelines until that happens, because you're going to be in that situation you didn't want to be in, where you're paying $50,000 over asking or whatever our clients were all doing. You don't want to be there. What you want to do is get the deal right now and refinance when that happens. So if we could be telling our clients that, they trust us. And if you feel confident sharing that message with them, then you would have a lot more business, and you'd be doing them a favor, because they're not going to be paying $50,000 more for their house if they wait 6 months for when rates come down, or a year, whatever.
It's interesting because whatever's happening right now is somebody's reality. It seems like this is how it always has been. This is how it's always going to be. Always, never, right? But one of the things that came out of that too is he said, I actually was throwing up all day when this happened, so I missed it. But somebody told me that he said that we expected home prices to have significant drop, and we're not seeing that at all. There's been no significant home price drop.
Because we still have so many buyers waiting on the sidelines.
It's segmented. I mean, different parts of the country or different price points or types of product, right? So it's maybe not like may not apply to everything, but overall, generally, there has not been this massive decrease in value that everyone expects that happens when interest rates go up. When these things happen, they expect that the counterpart will be that the doomsday will start. They haven't seen any of that yet.
Well, and we're not doing our clients a favor by telling them to sit on the sidelines until prices, or until the market tanks or whatever, or until rates come down. We're not doing them any favors, because if the rates come down, prices are just going to go up, and then they're going to be annoyed and still sit on the sidelines. And we know that our market is not going to tank here. It's just not. Other markets, sure.
Yep. We don't know, but yes.
Always the right time to buy the right property.
Oh, yeah.
It's always the right time to buy the right property. And the second thing he said is you can never time the market. So you got to buy when.
For sure. Awesome. Okay, let's talk about some other things. So that was a good deep dive into that. But what else is kind of going through your head? What else is maybe like a roadblock or I want to get a temperature on where kind of overall you're feeling, and maybe like even do a self-check. Where am I? What am I feeling? Stop.
I this was handed
Wait,
to
stop,
me.
stop.
Hi,
Your
Emily.
hair.
Is it
Come on.
great? Do you like it?
Phenomenal. Clark Kent. I don't know. It's
I
really good.
know. Thank you.
Really good. I got about 30 pictures of his hair the other day. Different.
Yeah.
So I
Thanks
just
for
need to
noticing,
recognize
Emily.
that.
I don't know
Hair
what
is
made you
killer.
notice. so I've come to the conclusion like anything is as good as I choose to make it, right? But I have thoughts or days or weeks where I'm like, this sucks. But the thing that I always come back to is anything is as good as I choose to make it. I went through those slides. I did not go to Mega Camp, but I read through the slides. The thing that I thought was interesting. So one of the things they said, 89% of all mortgages are 5% or less. And I was like, duh, but that's just crazy to think, right? 9 out of 10 people that you see have a 5% or less interest rate, right? So if you were looking at it solely by that, like no one's motivated to sell their house and get a new mortgage at 7 or 8% right now, right? But then when you start to dig into it more, you start to realize 39% of people own their house free and clear, so they don't have a mortgage. So interest rates don't technically affect them
Right.
if they're making an equal exchange.
I was so surprised by that number, 39. Did you know that 39% of people own their homes free and clear?
Right. And of the whatever the other percentage of that is, I can't do it off the top of my head, 69, 31% have more than 50% equity in their house. So you mix those things together, it was like I think that the stat was like 70% of people have more than 50% or own their house basically of homeowners. So 7 out of 10 people are sitting on a ton of money, right? More than ever in the history of home ownership, right? So we think that these rates are like that, but then when you really get into it, you start to realize like, well, they're not getting a loan for $1 million, right? They're probably getting a loan for $400,000, you know? And is it where it was 3 years ago? No. But, most people, the thing that I'm noticing with my clients is they have more equity in their home. A lot of them are dual income households now. That's like way more common. And a lot of these people are making well over $100,000, right? So the thought of having a $4,000 or $5,000 a month house payment, a lot of these people, they've just kind of reacclimated and kind of like, yeah, I guess that's where it's at, which is hard from our perspective. Cause it's like, I can remember, when I'd sit down with people and they're like, I don't want my payment to be over $1,500 a month. Right. Or, they're buying the townhome for $225,000 or the house for $225,000. So like, that's the hardest thing. I think it's like, we have perspective that we inject into every situation, not knowing where it's like, oh yeah, they make $300,000 a year. Their house payment's $5,500, but the reality that's still within reason, they don't have a lot of debt. Sure. So I think that's the thing. It's like me checking my own beliefs, and it's just like I'm not them.
Checking your own belief, but also checking where you're getting your information.
Yeah.
And checking who, like the people around you and the way that they're.
I got all that information from.
Yeah.
It must be good.
Too good. We're going to Kimber's going to show you really quick where to access that. So you're added on the Home Hub for us. So you just click Agent Hub. And then scroll down, and the Mega Camp video they showed, the playbooks that link directly into your command, and then the market updates. When you click that, it'll open up the PDF, and some of the slides that Brian was talking about are a little bit towards the end. And what's nice is this is already in a PDF, so showing that incorporating these into your presentations that you're talking about. So yeah, 27% even is 3 to 3.5. That's great. So this would be valuable information when it's just easier. Numbers are facts, right? More, and it's not you saying it if you can articulate from somebody else. And that's the visual of what you guys were just. That's so good, right? Thanks. Okay. Just really quick. Lastly, I just wanted to that was the point I really kind of wanted to drive home was to do your self-evaluation of where you are, kind of what your overall general attitude is with real estate right now, with what you're doing with your clients, how you can help them. Do you really feel like you can help them? Do you feel like you have the resources to be able to help them and to be able to connect people to what they need? And do you have that person that's going to lift you up and send you songs? Brian writes songs and sends them to me. It's so nice when you're having. Okay, the secret is Chat GPT. I'm going to read you this song that he wrote for me through Chat GPT. And bonus point, if you can pick out the lines that have to do with Tupac. In a world where shadows may grow, Emily shines a radiant glow. She's so sweet. Good friend. With a heart so vast, a spirit so free, an adventure seeker full of glee. Through rough times, she stands so strong, her love for people a lifelong song. No judgment found within her gaze, acceptance guides her in all her ways. A little girl's dream reside within, longing for love, a comforting grin. You're appreciated. That's Tupac, guys. Cherished and cared, in friendship's embrace, you're beautifully paired. A boss babe leader, fierce and bright, guiding others with courage and might. An inspiration to women who stand a beacon of strength across the land. You're so nice. With sisters close, hoe bags. They're not, me and my sisters call each other hoe bags. A bond of love uniquely ground. And in that text, inside joke. Taylor Swift's melodies we both adore, a common love forevermore. Through ups and downs, side by side, Emily's spirit, love, joy, and joy collide. So nice. So who are the people in if you're having a hard time, or if you're just maybe not like right in the mindset where you need to be, who are those people around you who lift you up, listen, help you kind of get your head straight? It's really, really important going into this last part of the year that we're in the right mental, emotional state to just kill it. Yeah? Okay, cool. Well, let's talk about other fun things. I don't know what that is. Is that me? Or do those mics need to turn off?
These are both muted.
Somebody find our sites. Okay, I want you guys to come now. I just don't know where we put it. Okay, so we have been working hard on some tools for you guys. Who's ready for tools? Who's ready for some stuff? Okay. So Robin, you're going to get all the tools. You're the only enthusiast. This was all created for Robin. So what have you noticed? Have you noticed anything different? Like in the last, so for those of us who've been in the business for a while, like Lori, for example, this website, you've been in real estate for a long time. Why now are you having a focus, recreating your presence, your online presence?
Because it's been on my goal list for 6.5 years. Lori Erickson.
That's something that it has been.
Oh, because hold on. Good thing I wore my Converse today.
No, I think that in my case, anyway, I can only speak for myself. I was in business, but I wasn't running a business very well. And so I wanted to get a little bit more serious about the fact that I am a businesswoman and I'm running a business, and I should look like I'm running a business, not just doing the work, not just being the grunt on the ground.
It's been such a change, I'd say, in the last 3 years or 5 years, that's kind of how we all ran our business. So those of us that have been here for a while, it just was so relationship based that having the actual presence and competing in the same way was not as critical as it is right now.
And then the secondary reason is because, yes, we're in a shift and I want to put my very best self out there. So I'm going to do all that I can do to just level myself up above my competition. So that's what kind of sparked this whole home hub thing, this whole marketing thing that we've now all been working on for the last several years, is how do we as individual agents with our own individual businesses, how do we compete at a super high level as a real actual big company, right? And so getting that presence, we have a really great opportunity because there are so many of us. There's over 700 agents in Salt Lake County. So that gives us a lot more power when we're doing things together. So how do we create tools and systems for you? Josh, I saved you a seat.
The meeting can start now.
Right here. So how do we have the presence or have the buying power, I guess, as a large company and still be very, very specifically individualized and branded to you, your specific own self and your specific own business. And that's been driving. It's taken a long time to figure out how to do that. And we're excited to be able to launch some of these things now.
Sweet. So agency has been one of me and Emily's projects that we've been working on that kind of goes hand in hand with the Home Hub and Kimber Services as well. And as we've worked with so many of you, is exactly that, right? It's like, as you're launching something new, it's how do we provide you guys the most value, but in a way that can, one, be scalable. And so that's something that we're really focused on, is making sure that all of our clients are getting the attention that they need to do exactly that, right? Every other agent can go to a mass-produced marketing company and get something that looks really similar. And so we really are like, how do we help our agents stand out, not just with like a presence, but then making the tools and some of these services that are actually going to be things that you can use and take into your business directly. So yeah, we paid Lori a very hefty fee for that little nice thing that she said, but really it is that. It's how are we making sure that when you're going up with another agent, that not only are you going to obviously rely on your expertise that you guys already have, but what about the people that don't know you? Or what about if they're trying to compare you to another agent? What are those things that you can do that show your expertise online? And then going back to the digital presence is something that we're always focused on, right? Like, the internet's not going away. I always tell people that, and you guys are probably sick of me saying that, but the internet's not going away. The younger generation's not going to ever be like, hey, you know what? We actually don't need websites, or we don't need a digital presence. Like, that is just here to stay. And so we want to make sure that we're, again, giving you guys tools that will help you do that. And so agency is our business that we wanted to kind of share some of these tools that, like I said, go hand in hand.
Can we go back a slide and talk about the difference between a marketing tool and a, Kimber, you want to do that? A marketing tool and a service?
Yes, so just really quick background. We have KWRI, which is the international company that owns all the franchises of Keller Williams. So they have a regional meeting every month. And at the last regional meeting, they were talking about some of the stats as far as probably related to the shift of movement of brokerages in the last 12 months. And 11% of agents moved brokerages, which is 180,000 agents chose a different brand last year. So then they dug into, well, why? And I think it was 34% chose that because of additional marketing support, or any marketing support, or maybe different marketing support. And then the other big chunk of it, about 30% as well, was technology. And so I loved hearing that stat, because obviously we're well on our way with the Home Hub and tools that we're going to continue to provide you and update. And we also wanted to just refine the language. So you are all familiar with kwhomehub.com as an agent here, as an admin here. You have access to it. So if you do not have access to it as of right now, go to kwhomehub.com and request a login.
Nope, never mind. I'm not going to talk until
Hey,
you
and when you go to the agent hub, so a revision that we've made, because as we've released,
just keep going.
There's a side conversation.
Keep going.
Excuse me, stop passing notes. So we had that huge launch at the end of January, beginning of February. And what we've done in the first few months of all of this is just listen to all of you. And one of the main things that came out, obviously, other than, hey, there's some things that we want to have added as paid services. But the other question was very much of, well, where's the paid? Where's the free? Like, where's the included? And so what we've done is just simplify, where you have two icons right here on the left. For Zoom, you're seeing the screen. The first one that just says Home Hub Marketing, that takes you into the templates, the experience of the templates that you already have provided for you and that we update regularly. The marketing services, and it has the little agency logo right above. That's where you know, okay, I'm going into a paid experience, and those are services. So when you hear leadership, and specifically us, use the term tools and services, tools are going to be those things that we're consistently providing you that you always have access to edit yourself. Services would be, is that something I'm paying somebody to do?
Something you don't want to do, just like, do it for me. Just take care of it for me.
That leverage piece, yeah.
Yep. Sweet.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you for that clarity. And so, yeah, so let's jump into some of the tools. And so,
Services,
some of the services.
services and tools.
Thank you. So yeah, so like we said, we've talked with so many of you, and so we've taken just agent feedback in terms of how we want to then roll out our services. And so one of the things that we wanted for all of the services is one direct, simple place to access them as well. So the home hub is going to stay there. It's going to be the exact same. We have a separate platform for the services that will be through agency, and that's where you'll be able to access all of these things. So agent websites, I built. Excuse me. I built a lot of you guys' websites. It's so fun. I truly enjoy it. And I love that I get to sit down with you guys and tailor your brand. And then Emily is the, she gets sick of me, but I love the one-on-one, but we want to also make sure that it's super easy for you guys to access at any budget. And so that's something that we're also rolling out soon is a starter website, one of our more premium websites that a lot of you are on, and then fully custom. And so like Apex CRE, we built their full site custom. We're doing one for the Utah Casa group at Utah Realtors. They need it in Spanish and in English. So really, we love that we can sit down with you and really take your business and tailor just about anything for you. So we're rolling those out here shortly. My eyes are bad. Oh, the gifting platform. We'll talk about that as well. So that's another huge one that Emily's been working on for so long that you guys have heard at probably at the quarterly all hands meeting that we'll dive into a little bit more in detail. But that's another place that we're like, how do we operationally make this really easy for you so you don't have to think about it and it's really high quality. So we've been working a ton on that. And then digital CMAs, the open house tools, and the listing landing pages. So this is another one, right? As I've worked with so many of you to build websites, there's that distinction of, is it just a website for my brand or is it something that I can actually use? And so as we've talked and conversed and really collaborated a ton, we've thought, how do we turn your website into an actual tool that not only is going to grow your brand, but people are going to go and use it and you're going to get added functionality. And so digital CMAs was one that was kind of fun, like raising hands is like a lot of agents are just printing out MLS sheets. And I'm like, that's good. And if you need to do that. But like, what's a better digital experience? So how do we take that information, have it live on your website, have it be something that you can share with your clients that looks really pretty and then ties back to your website? Little things like that that turn into something that you're already doing, but can be upgraded and just more congruent with your entire brand. Same thing with the open house. It's like, hey, I'm holding an open house and a normal sign-in sheet's fine. But what if we can create something that ties into your CRM? So you're collecting this as a listing or as a new lead that's from the open house that then is pushing into your CRM. And then after that, it's going to this beautiful listing landing page. So some of these things that we're trying to create that will just overall increase your brand, but also just ties into your online presence. So we're really excited about anything.
Yeah, so just and following, because Kimber showed you where the playbooks are on the Home Hub. So KWRI has been working for a long time on just general real estate playbooks. So you want to do an open house. How do you do it at the very highest level? What are best practices for that? So we've taken the playbooks as we're building these digital tools services. You've been waiting for me to mess up. Good job. So these digital services for you, we're following the playbook of each of these kinds of things. So it's creating your presence while really doing this open house for you. Jen?
Are there more playbooks on there than just the open house?
Yeah, so if you go to Agent Hub and then right below Mega Camp, there should be a whole section of playbooks. So Agent Hub, scroll Mega Camp right below Mega Camp.
That's not going to give it to you. It's at the Home Hub, kwhomehub.com.
So Agent Hub then.
Right below this section, yeah, Mega Camp and then playbooks.
Yep, so the playbooks are in there. And so as we're building these, we want to have it be as easy as possible. It's creating your marketing materials for you, doing all of that, and it's all tying together and then back to your site.
Cool. And then a couple other ones. So we're really like conversing on paid advertising has been another huge one. I've done that for years. And so being able to have a place where we can help you stand up paid advertising campaigns and really grow your brand that way. Curated blogs, so content, that's another huge one that so many of our agents have really like requested, and a lot of them, a lot of agents are paying, you know, some Keeping Current Matters or other services that is just the same for everyone. And so we're like, how do we turn this into something that's really relevant, but turning it into a place that is again on your website and tailored to your brand and your content. So we're rolling that out shortly, as well as what was the last one?
Branding.
Oh, branding and design. That's another one that is, I love that. It's so fun for me to take like ideas and design logos and brand kits for you. So that's another service that we offer.
And we'll continue to roll additional services out as we go. Yeah. On the wait list. Yeah, you did. Thanks.
Yes. So, yep. We're just going to get into that.
Yeah, we're just getting into it. Yep.
You're good. So yeah, so on the website now on agency, so the QR codes that are up here, we have some little flyers as well. There's going to now be a button that says schedule onboarding. So that was another learning that we've had, is we have so many agents and we're trying to like filter through, make sure that we are giving you guys, like I said, the attention that you need. And so if you now go to the schedule onboarding, it will have a Calendly link that will go to me and Emily, and we'll sit down. We really want to consult with you because we also have, that was one of my probably shortcomings, is I was like, hey, so we'll just throw this out. We'll do a wait list. It'll be really easy. But then every agent's going to be different. And so that's why we're like, hey, we just want to sit down with you and talk to you 15 minutes and show you kind of the suite of tools, suite of services and make sure it's right. So that's where you can find that now. Okay. Cool. Kimber, onto your stuff.
Cool. Okay. So we also wanted to add a lot of ease to this whole process. So again, we were very like, okay, this corner does this corner does this is Home Hub. And all of you were looking at us like, wait, what's what? So a part of this is simplicity. So my marketing services is like the one and done. So it's one and then it's done. But there's multiple things that are included in that. And the cool thing is it's also hosted on the agency platform. So that when you sign up, again, we're managing all those requests as a group collectively. And this is really meant to be based on a handful of our agents in the county that already had a service that was a third party doing these specific things. So they had 3 personalized social media a week that was done for them and branded to them. They had 2 newsletters each month that they were allowed to personalize, because that was also an issue, is being able to personalize it. 2 monthly postcards. So you have, it doesn't include the printing, but having the postcards so that you have something to drive to your SOI, to your farm. And then having your listing and buyer presentation and your quarterly guides updated quarterly. So you're familiar with how markets change. I did a long-term follow-up campaign. It took me forever. It's an 18-month follow-up plan, and it is absolutely irrelevant right now because we're 12 months. I created it, I think, in April of 2022, right? So this is just an example of getting those things updated, having some of this new market content, always having somebody keep eyes on that. That's really what this leverage piece is.
And it's all accessed in one place.
And it looks beautiful. These are the things that can.
Yeah, so here's just some examples. So next move is a team in Utah Realtors. This is an example of a personalized newsletter for the Gee group, for Lori Gee. And then obviously the quarterly guide, there's an example with Utah Casa Group's branding. So just so you have kind of a view.
So does this, okay, I'm just going to take a temperature. Does this kind of stuff seem cool, exciting? I can't
yes,
tell. Okay. Okay. Good.
Yes.
2000, that's 3 zeros.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Just
Pretty good.
really just done. Again, Robin's getting all the services for sure.
We built this for you, so I'm glad you like it.
Cool. And then wanted to show you, this is what the service dashboard will look like on agency. So we're trying to make it really easy to use so you can get in and really not have to like play around. And that's the other part of like the onboarding, is we'll walk you through what this looks like so that you can see how easy it is to make requests. So any current like clients right now, we'll start transitioning you over to this. But like even updates on your website are going to be made through here. And so we're really excited to roll that out. And then the gifting is also another piece that we'll show you real fast. How are we doing?
Well, what do we have to do after the campaign?
That's it.
Okay, then we're great.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So to like totally dumb it down.
Yeah.
let's Say like I'm Jenna and I just took my first $1 million listing.
Okay.
I haven't signed up for anything and I want help like with the marketing.
Yeah.
So I just log on to KW Home Hub and go to the agent.
To the marketing, yep.
To the
There's
marketing
two
hub.
choices. So if she wants to do it herself, she'll go to the marketing tools. If she wants the services done for her, then she goes into the agency.
And the tools, I can go in, plug in all of my listing pictures.
All by yourself.
Just customize it, print them out all by myself. The
Yep.
services, you
services
guys
is
are gonna
all
make
done
it
for
all
you.
beautiful for me.
With
And
additional tools. Yep.
I don't have to
services.
have a website plan or anything through you to
Certain
use.
things you do have to have the website for because it has to be hosted, right? So like the any of the online tools like that, it has to have a hosting. So if you don't, we could host it for you, but then we would get all the online presence. So it's best if you have a site. That's why we did multiple options for sites. It's super low cost one. The entry level site is $500. I just wanted to make sure I was okay to say it. It's $500 for the entry level, and they're super nice. It kills the KW ones, to be honest, even the KW ones that are coming out.
And I just have to throw out like another endorsement. So being somebody that was helping Lori market her listing, it was so nice because she has this really high $2.8 million property in Red Ledges. And to be able to get like a brand kit from agency that has her new brand all dialed in. And then I was able to go look up her listing is an exclusive listing on the site already as part of the cost of just having the site. And then I was able to put the QR code on her print materials specifically for that listing.
They all just work together so much better when you have that site. So there's multiple options for it, but there are also services that are separate from the website. So yes and no is the answer.
And that's to reiterate why we're going to do the schedule onboarding, just because of that exact thing. It's like there's just going to be so many different use cases, and as we roll this out, like like something too that we've talked about is having a place that if you don't have a site, that we're hosting it through like a KW South Valley, so it can still be functional for like digital CMAs and the listing landing pages that's tied to each agent, but that just takes some development stuff.
If you're not ready
Yeah.
quite for that, and then you can also upgrade your site. If you start at a 500, you can upgrade to the other one, just depending on what you want. The biggest thing is everything that is consumer facing has to be perfect. That's why we're rolling it out kind of slowly and doing almost like these onboarding to make sure that as we're growing the team on the back end that's doing all of that, that we have the capacity for it to be perfect for your clients. Because that's really, really important. Is we make mistakes with you guys all the time. Thanks and sorry. But we can't make those mistakes with the consumer, with your consumers. It has to be perfect.
And then we'll just touch on the gifting as well. So real fast, if you want to kind of speak to the gifting platform.
Who's been to like my referral gifting classes? Who has heard me talk about the referral gifting? This is something I developed years ago when I started as a team leader, because I'd been in the business at that time for 11 or 12 years or something, but I didn't have the time to really nurture my SOI. And so I did get referrals. So it's a seed of something that came from Mega Camp that I went to years ago that a team was doing. And so I developed this plan. How do I put somebody on a campaign? I'm really good at ideas, but then finishing it maybe sometimes is a little bit harder for me. So how do I get somebody on a campaign that I can just add them to it and totally forget about it? And then they're getting gifts over a period of time to reward a referral. So really quick, for the brokers in the room that are having an anxiety attack right now, what are the rules around rewarding a referral? Lisa. Yep, and there's a big fatty caveat to it. You cannot solicit. So you can't advertise. So you cannot look in my eyes, all of you. You cannot post or email or text that says, hey, give me a referral and I'll give you $250 in gifts, okay? You with me?
Let me ask you one question. I haven't posted this yet, but it's in.
Hold on, Robin has a really good question.
So I did for a referral, I took gifts to a teacher, bunch of books for her classroom, and I wanted to make a video showing that I did that I love giving back to teachers, whether they're clients or they've referred me somebody. And in the video, again, it hasn't been posted. It's in the queue for probably tomorrow. Hopefully it wasn't today at 10:10. But in it, I said something like, for any of you that are teachers, work in education, if you do a real estate deal with me, I'm going to give back to your classroom. If you send me a referral, I'm going to give back to your classroom. That's what I said.
That's great right there. Would you say, Mike? That's great. You gotta
Okay.
dub over that
Okay.
part.
I'll
You
just,
can't say, if you give me a referral, you do a deal.
I'll do
then-
something for your
then I'll do
classroom.
something for you. You can't, that's soliciting. Thank you for being honest. You're
okay.
wrong.
So wait, I can't say either way.
You can say,
Like if
I
you-
love giving back to the community. I love helping my clients. Please let me know how I can
Okay.
help you and what questions you have. You can't say, if you do a deal with me, or then. You can't do that.
Well,
You
let's
can't-
clarify, because I heard that you could, because I've seen many agents say, if we do a transaction, I'll give you an iPad, friends.
You can't say, if you refer, it's the referral. That's
Yeah, I'm
the-
talking about, yeah, I want to distinguish.
The referral is, that's the thing, is if you say, if you give me a referral,
Yeah.
then I'll give, because technically if
Okay.
Sawyer gave me your name, I'm not doing the deal with Sawyer. I'm doing the deal with you, and I'm rewarding him for doing the deal.
Yeah.
So I can't solicit. You can reward, but you can't solicit. So it depends on what your intent is. If in saying
Yeah.
it, if you're saying, hey, give me a referral and I'll give you a gift.
So I didn't say that. I said,
If you give me a referral, then I'll give you back.
then I'll give back
something
to
in
your
your classroom.
classroom.
That's not
Okay.
okay.
Okay. That's what I wanted to make sure of. I was iffy when I made the video. I was like,
You know, it's
don't-
called the what do they call it? Exactly.
Yes.
Well, I think, isn't there distinguishing between if I help you with your own,
It's if then.
right, then I will reward you with X is not a referral. It's a solicitation to somebody to help them with their sale of their house, so directly. But the problem is the referral, right?
It's the referral, which is the
Right.
problem. Yeah.
Right. So it's not the inducement to somebody you're gonna actually work a deal with personally with them. That's not a referral.
Right. So
A
for this
self-referral is
reason,
okay.
we have simplified things. All you have to do is order it. We're gonna manage your messaging. If you mess up our messaging, you're getting fined. You, I'm not pointing at you, right? And the fines are pretty hefty. It's a big thing, right? And so how it works is we want to brand you. This is an opportunity for you to brand yourself and also reward the referrals. They're a big part of the business. So what I did is I did over a span of time, a bunch of small gifts that they would get for when somebody closed. So the maximum amount that you can spend that somebody can receive in gifts is $250. Okay. And so what we've done is we've broken it into 3 pretty awesome gifts that they get over 3 months time. And the cost for that essentially is $25. So it's $275 that includes the processing and all of that for us, and the cost that it is for us. And we have 3 gifts that are branded that go out to your client over 3 months. So you send it in and we take care of it all for you. Send the gifts out to your clients, branded to you. And we've been testing gifts. We've been testing vendors. We've been testing all of that to make sure they're the highest quality and they look the best. So the gifts for the referral, oh, you've got it up. So we have, right now we have 2, we're going to be rolling out additional gifts as we go along, but this very moment we have really 3 options for you. One, there is, yeah.
On the services page, maybe. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Oh, it's on the platform. It's on the marketing platform. So you've got a closing gift, and the closing gift, it's the same price, and it has in it, it's like a canvas bag that has a leather patch that has your logo, your name on it. And then it has an adult size Lush awesome Minky blanket that I forgot to bring in from my car. And that has a leather patch on it that's branded to you. There is a 40-ounce tumbler like this one here that is branded to you. And there is a weekender bag that's really cool, awesome. That's branded to you, and a awesome candle. And then with each of them, you're getting a card, a handwritten card that goes in with it. So it'll take you through the whole process. You'll sign when you're ordering it. It'll ask you your client's name. It'll ask you all of that. And then we will get that card printed for you that has the messaging. And then the closing gifts are delivered to the market center for you to take. Yes, Rob.
What is a weekender bag?
It's like a duffel, like a nice duffel bag, like for a little weekend trip.
Like you're just going to Snowbird for a couple nights.
Well, it's just all in a.
The first one, no, but the first
For the-
gift is
oh,
like that.
I'm talking about the closing gift. Okay, so that's all together in the one duffel bag. Okay, that's the closing gift. So that's something separate from the referral gifting campaign. So they're the same gifts, but sent differently. So then on the referral gifting campaign, the first gift that goes out is the tumbler that has like this, that is branded, and it has a $15 swag card. And then there's a card that goes with it. So you're not telling them ahead of time that you're giving it to them. So if Sawyer gave me Robin's name, as soon as Robin closes, I'm taking $250 and I'm ordering the gifts. Okay.
But aren't the, I mean, generally you're getting referred by your clients. You just gave your client that closing gift and now you're going to send them the same referral?
Not necessarily.
I mean,
Because
maybe your referral isn't somebody who's ever bought.
most of the time it's not right then. Plus you're going to have a gap. You're rewarding it when it's closed. You're rewarding when Robin, he gave me Robin's name, then I'm going to give him gifts when she's already closed. I've gone through the process. Okay. And so then we also have the cards that say, congrats, your referral of Robin. Congrats, Sawyer, your referral of Robin has enrolled you in my referral gifting program. I'm going to be sending you gifts over the next couple of months as an appreciation for you helping my business grow. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. Then the second gift will come about 30 days later, and that is the duffel bag, the weekender bag. And it has an Amazon gift card that comes with that too. Also has a card, a cute card with it. Yes.
Is it low? Is that one have our
Everything has all branded to you. So it has a patch on it. Even the card is branded to you. And then the third gift is the Minky blanket branded to you. And the cards all go with the actual gift. And so then each time a gift is about to go out, you'll receive an email that says, we're ready to send gift 2. It's going this day, and keep you informed of the process all along the way. Then the third option for the gifts is that each of those items you can order individually. So like if you want to order 10 of the tumblers for birthdays or whatever it is that you want, you can just order just one-off gifts to just have on hand if you want. So those are the options for the gifting. And then we're going to be adding more and more different gifts. We're creating a store, right? Where you can go, and a store for you that's branded, because like Brian, you'll attest, I'm sure, somebody who's done a lot of swag and stuff, it costs a lot of money to have, unless you can order a higher quantity. So the way that we're able to do it is we're able to get the quantity because of the size of who we are, but then we've been able to work out a way to brand very specifically where you can order just one and get it at the same price as if you would have ordered 50.
And do we just
or
upload
100.
our logo or something when
Yep,
we place
it'll
the order?
do 100% through it. You don't even need to know anything. It'll ask every question as you go along the way.
So is there a way though to change the gifting at all?
Not this moment.
I've given Minky blankets for years, right? And then yesterday I went to the orientation and Ed Thomas gave a Minky blanket.
You never have Minky blanket.
I would too. I would take a Minky, yeah.
I don't know.
But there will be more. So we'll have, the other thing is you're going to have the same Sawyer's going to give me a lot of referrals. So you're next, right? So I need to have that second campaign that I'm not giving him just the same thing. So it's evolving. We're far into that already.
Yep. And let us know too, like that's another feedback one that we're open to. If you see other gifts that you're like, that was so awesome, let us know. Because with our, again, purchasing power, we definitely want to be aware of that. So it might not be like on the first batch, but please let us know if there's other things that you see. Cool.
And that's ready. The gifting stuff, we're taking orders. We're a go.
Yeah, so yeah, so you can still schedule onboarding. We'll walk you through that too, just so you see like the full process but yeah, we've made it really simple. So with the onboarding, so even if you're just like, hey, I don't need website or any additional services, but I do want to place an order, still sign up for the onboarding, and we'll seriously 15 minutes walk you through creating your account, going through like walking you through how to place an order, and then it really is place the order, forget about it, and our team takes it. So
We'll email this PDF out so that all of you have it and with the links. Cause a few people asked when I walked around, this is your first step right now.
Yep.
This is your action item right here.
Yep.
Scheduling that call. Just give me on purpose. No, I was like kind of rationing. And I was like, you know, already. And then the bottle back there. Then I didn't eat it at all. Email.
So that's your action item, is to schedule a 15-minute appointment to talk quickly about what specifically do you need right now, what makes the most sense. And then we can get you all hooked up. What do you guys think? Give me your, like, you feel good?
Can I ask a question?
Happy?
I am glad we figured out you just weren't spelling agency wrong.
I know.
It's so clever. Agent?
Marketing agency, real estate agents, Marja.
Emily,
There's someone else's business if you want to copy us. Competitor. Any other questions really too? Like anything?
can I ask a question from Zoom?
Hi.
Oh.
What is the timeline for actually having, because I'm on the website, when is agency going to have their separate but linked website actually up and functioning so that's more separated? And the gifting dashboard, you said you're ready to go, but where is it? Like if we were to go this afternoon to the website,
Yes.
and then what's the timeline for the things that you're telling us about that you are rolling out, but you haven't quite got there yet?
Yes. Schedule onboarding. Sorry to be vague. I feel like I'm talking to like
The Cosmos.
yeah, schedule onboarding. So websites and everything, the platform's live. And the reason that we're doing this is same thing, just for where are you heading? Yeah, the reason we're doing that is just for the learning curve, really, is like so we can walk you through the actual process. So if you schedule onboarding, we can get you up on your website, your gifting, digital CMAs are live, like listing landing pages, everything's live. We just are doing a control in terms of number of agents that we can handle at one time.
That's fair.
Either. Yep. So yeah, it'll just be through Calendly. We can do it in person or Zoom. And then yeah, in terms of like timelines, like a custom site is around about a 4 to 6 week turnaround time. The starter websites we can get up in a couple weeks. And then the other part with like the listing landing pages and all those things, we can turn around relatively quickly, and we'll cover all that just on a use case. So
It's a place to get the price list at a time, so we're prepared for which week.
yes, we will get that. I'll send that link out. That's done.
Yeah, it's all priced. Cool. Yeah.
What's the turnaround time for the gift?
The gifts. So that's all in the email that we send out to you. So typically, if we get it before the 5th, if we get it before the 15th, it'll be sent by the 30th, the first one. If it's after the 15th, then it's sent by the 15th of the following month. Just because of the actuals, they have to format each brand, each logo rather, for the branding of the gift. So it gives us time for any like errors or if something's done incorrectly and stuff to make sure. But the communication's super clear, and it tells you, okay, we received it. This is when your first gift is going out. This is when your second gift is going out. And then we also will email you and say, okay, congrats, we sent this gift. Should expect it this time, whatever. Yeah. Hey, anybody hungry?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. It's great to be with you guys today.